Welcome to arguingart.com. Today we're going to discuss balance out of our Principles of Art series. So, Micah, today you're going to tell us a little bit more about balance.
Balance, yes. This is our first principle that we're going to cover. And balance is really, I mean, it is kind of what it sounds like. When you look at a painting, and I'll talk about paintings a lot when I do these because that's what I work as a painter. If I was a sculptor, I'd probably talk about sculptures more, you know.
Okay.
But when you look at a painting, there are elements in a painting, correct? So if there's a painting of us right now, it would be the coffee pot, my coffee mug, your water, you, me, the table. I mean, these are all different elements.
Okay.
Actually, we kind of are doing a painting because we're taking, 24 still shots of us every second. Mm-hmm. So I'll kind of refer to it as you're looking. So right now, if we go something like this, and we draw a line down the center of the screen.
Okay.
If there's an equal amount of elements on this side as there is on this side, it feels even.
Okay.
Right? Feel like the
even balance.
Even balance.
Okay.
Like so heavy, this heavy, about the same. And that's what balance is. Now if we put everything on the table over here and well, I won't get that close because there's not enough room on the bench anyhow. But if, I was on this side, well, even if I lean, now you can start to see the background stuff too. But you feel how everything in the foreground is on this side now. Mm-hmm. It feels heavier over here, right?
Yes, it does.
And it also feels really close, right? It's more intimate with you and I, but it feels off.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, kind of like I'm a megalomaniac. I need all the power, everything on my side of the table.
Yes. And that's basically what balance is this is something you can feel pretty intrinsically.
Okay. Does that then draw focus? If you have more balance on one side than the other, is that going to draw the person's eye right here when everything was over here?
Yes, it'll definitely draw the attention to that area, which could be really good if maybe there's something smaller that you want to be focused on. The thing about having a nice big negative space too, and this is going into my own personal art theory on creating pieces, but it does just feel a lot more open if you have big negative spaces. And sometimes if you're imbalanced where you have just one
Did you
thing.
Say imbalance or imbalanced?
Imbalanced.
Okay.
Unbalanced.
Okay.
I'll say
So you lack balance.
When you lack balance, that feeling of feeling off can really help with whatever emotion you want to get across. And for instance, I did a piece called also starring Caiaphas as himself.
Okay.
And if you go to my website, you can check it out. We could probably post it on here too.
Sure. MicahLuke.com.
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 But okay, so it's this tall piece that had some rocks on the bottom and a guy sitting facing off the screen. So it felt really, really unbalanced because the only major element was this guy sitting, and I mean, he's very small, but sitting down in the corner, facing off, felt really unbalanced. Well, the thing was, Caiaphas was the Jewish Pharisee who really condemned Jesus to death.
Okay.
And so that's what I was going for, is what kind of introspective turnaround did he have to do? Like that sort of unbalanced feeling, negative feelings.
Sure.
Really, what would you say? They really benefit from unbalanced things.
Okay.
Now, if you want happy, good feelings, you don't want to feel like you're leaning to one side on the painting, but...
Okay.
But yeah, okay, so that's balance.
So the balance will affect focus, it will affect feeling, how you relate to the different elements within the painting.
Exactly.
Is there anything else important that people would likely need to know about balance?
Another good vocab word, and I'll cover these really quickly because we don't want to get too windy, but symmetry. Symmetry is when you draw that line down the center, if it's exactly the same on both sides.
Okay.
Exactly the same, that's symmetrical.
Okay.
That really only comes into play with more abstract pieces. Actually, we should talk about that sometime too. Abstract versus non-objective. Non-objective pieces where it comes into play.
Okay.
Shapes and just random stuff like that. Because it would be really weird if you and I looked exactly the same.
Yeah.
You know, like that wouldn't
Twins
really
and arguing art.
Yeah,
we should do that sometime.
We'll get a green screen. But that just wouldn't really make sense.
Okay.
If we're pretty close to the same, so if this line was exactly in the center and it felt really, really similar on both sides, that's called approximate symmetry. So it's not exactly symmetrical, but it's approximately. And then the only other one would be, well, there's asymmetry, which is where, you know, the balance is totally skewed and it's all on one side or just totally unrelated.
Sure.
And then the other one besides that is radial symmetry.
Okay.
Which is if there's a dot in the middle and you draw it's like a circle where like it's the same this way and then this way, then this way, then this way, then this way.
Okay.
So
do you have a preferred symmetry that you use in your own work?
I use approximate symmetry. I like my pieces to feel balanced unless there's something I'm really going for. You know, depending on the piece, but approximate symmetry usually works out best for me. I don't want people to feel like they have to lean when they look at my work.
Okay.
Generally speaking. So, but yeah, as quick as we can, that is balance. Thank you for joining us on arguingart.com. Please feel free to email either Adam or myself if you have any questions. We've got a comments section for each video, so make sure to check it out. We're encouraging discussion on art and art philosophy, so definitely come visit us. We'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks for joining. I guess our next episode is on harmony. We'll cover that, so check it out. Coming soon.
Yep. Just let us know if you want or need anything else. Thanks for tuning in.